Hope you all are ready for more alien chit-chat, because it's happening. Let's get out of the system. Manifest. Devices. Quasi-portal. The portal I'm looking for is this one. As November draws to a close, this portal takes us into Spathi space. That's right, we're back. Now we are going to actually pay these jokers a visit. I'll spin this myself. Don't worry about what's happening down there in the bottom left corner. It's fine. Woo! Nice try. I look forward to meeting you after our business here is concluded. Just one world here in this system. Battle groups come out to greet me. They have the same old song and dance.
Hello, Ur-Quan. What would you like to threaten me about today?
Nothing.
Look, can we keep this as a secret between the two of us? It's really rather embarrassing.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. Get out of my face. That's right. Spathi A has the limitless battle groups of Spathi eluders. Not on the home world. What's up with that?
What is the secret cipher?
You didn't get it from Fwifo. You can get it from the Melnorme. Thankfully, we got it from Fwifo. Huffy, Muffy, Guffy.
We are the safe ones, the Spathi High Council. You have given us the correct cipher, and so you will not be destroyed immediately. Now, if you please, tell us how you acquired our most secret Spathi cipher, which every Spathi swears never, never to reveal, even when threatened with considerable pain.
We met a Spathi on Pluto. We became good friends.
Just where is this Spathi friend now? Never mind. The answer is all too obvious in your tiny, dry eyes.
We have Fwifo on board. He can vouch for our good intentions.
If you held a weapon to Fwifo's head, he would say anything you wanted him to say. In fact, if you held a vegetable to his head, he would probably say anything you wanted him to say.
We come in peace, and with good will, safe ones.
No doubt.
Would you be willing to share some information with us?
No.
As a gesture of goodwill, could you spare us the mineral resources? Give me your extra resources. Food, please.
No.
All right, fine. We offer our hand in friendship. Join us in our many, many allies. Many.
We are too afraid of the Ur-Quan to consider such an alliance. They would most certainly punish us with extreme tortures.
We're stronger than them. Yeah, you're better off with us.
Hello? Hello? Awaken from your dreamy state, you them. Now is the time for realism, not wild fancy.
Yes, we are strong enough. Look at our precursor vessel. Is it not unique?
Yes, your vessel is unique. And here is the crux of the problem. A unique, meaning singular, starship is not equal to the task of destroying the entire Ur-Quan armada. If you had, say, 10,000 similar starships, we could take your boasts more seriously.
Look, what do I have to do to prove this to you? Destroy your entire Starfleet with my numerous weapon pods?
Well, that would probably work, but I have a better idea. A test. One of those questy kind of things.
Why don't you do it?
2 reasons. Firstly, we have an unreasoning fear that the evil ones will devour us all painfully. Secondly, in the rare cases where we have overcome our fear and ventured to Spathi's surface, the Spathi who landed were all devoured painfully.
Note there is a distinction between the evil ones and the ultimate evil! Okay, to prove our strength and bravery, we'll perform this test without even knowing what it
Your
is.
behavior makes clear the very slight distinction between bravery and suicidal stupidity.
Listen here, high ones. You're gonna wish you were a different kind of high. Maybe you already are. What kind of test do you have in mind?
You must wipe the evil ones from the face of Spathi.
Tell me more.
Let us explain the sad history of our species. Once upon a time, many thousands of years ago, we inhabited the warm, safe surface of our home planet, Spathi. We were happy and content. During those golden centuries, we evolved from a primitive nomadic culture into a complex agrarian society. We learned to write on clay tablets, and we were well on to being able to read those tablets when the darkness fell upon us, when the evil ones came. Creatures from the darkest pits of hell they were. They hunted our people, devoured them like tasty nodules, and we had no defense against them. Suddenly, our culture became once more nomadic. We fled across the oceans from continent to continent, but the evil ones always followed. Spurred by our great need, we advanced from bronze to atomic technology in less than one of your centuries. But none of our innovations was a match for the evil ones' natural cunning and ferocity. Finally, with no other option available, we fled our world and took up residence here on our own moon, where we have resided most uncomfortably for the last 300 years.
I really enjoyed the Taco Bell dong at the end of the fucking track. That's good. Also, some unreliable storytelling here, right? Like the Zuckfot pick. They got 3 texts at once. These Spathi here are trying to be like, wow, we blew through multiple ages in 100 years, man. Bronze to atomic, bam, just like that. Yeah, okay. Okay, I accept. Start packing your bags, eyeball dudes. You'll be home in no time.
We will await your return with great anticipation. Simultaneously, we will prepare a short, poignant eulogy to mourn your demise.
My audio balancing for this series was built off of Commander Hayes and the Rathi. Thanks for all of that. Thanks for all of that. Some of our alien friends have been much louder than others, and I have certainly enjoyed the escalating in volume. Though I know some of you find the Spathi to be the most grating of voices. So, hard times for you all. We're keeping things moving and rolling. I do dare say, the audio ducking has been the correct choice. Well, thanks for landing me there, dicks. Let's go scoop us up some evil ones. Note that touching them would be problematic. For us. They would slay our crew. But the terrifying and immense cunning of these creatures may possibly be overstated. They find Spathi delicious, and we're not Spathi, so there is that. No, there is that. Now, why, yes, they are only worth 1. That does mean that we don't have to land on this planet multiple times. There is a draw there. And finally, over here. There we go. Our 1 lander. Within, the span of a single day, has scoured the entire Spathi homeworld, Spathiwa, and resolved all of these evil ones. We're just that damn good. Incredible. Nice planet, though.
How forego your foolishly courageous and noble efforts to rid the evil ones from our beloved Spathiwa.
Although we lost many crew, we have eliminated the Scourge.
This is wonderful. Too good to be true. We will immediately begin transporting Spathi from this unpleasant moon down to the safe surface. We shall send in crustlings and the infirm elderly first as a special honor. Please come back later to receive your accolades.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Come back later. Here I am.
Oh, joy! Oh, happiness! We rejoice and make merry in celebration of our imminent return to our home world. You are most heroic and helpful. Thank you, thank you, thank you! But now I must return to our festivities. Please feel free to come back any time.
Hey, a deal's a deal. What about our alliance? I opened up the, press shift and opened up the message log. By the way, there's a message log.
Why don't you just wait a while until after we are resettled on our home world? We can discuss details at that time.
Maybe I could have utilized that when having the Aralu repeat the name of their home world. How long do you expect this to take, Spathi?
10, 15 years tops.
Am I correct in understanding that you refuse to live up to your end of the bargain?
No, no, no. We are simply taking a more adult, welcome to the real world view of the situation. We cannot simply say, hurrah, and form an alliance with you this very moment. Surely you see that.
You know, those creatures aren't dead. We have them in suspended animation.
How would you like us to return them to the surface?
No, please. Exactly what kind of relationship were you thinking of?
A mutually beneficial alliance of minds and might.
Huh?
An egalitarian fellowship of sentient life forms.
What?
The kind where you do everything exactly as we say.
Okay. We are quite familiar with that arrangement. Very well. I'll bet we will regret this decision later on, but you leave me with no choice. We will comply with your needs. A Spathi delegation will depart immediately for the planet Earth.
Hurrah! Oop. Didn't mean to go out that far.
Welcome back to Spathiwa, Captain. We hope the material we provided your starbase engineers was sufficient for your needs.
I'm sure. I'm sure it was. But we'll find out when we get there. Have there been any developments of significance?
Perhaps, Captain, I will explain. We have been investigating the caster which we took away from the Unga after the Judd the Bug scandal 8 years ago. We have uncovered evidence of something strange going on between the Unga and the Ur-Rat over the past many years. We suspect that the Unga were using the caster to pull off some kind of long-term joke on the Ur-Rat, but we are unable to glean any more details.
So we have another confirmation that the Unga have been fucking with the Ilrath. And we also get to learn that the Spathi have one of these Unga casters. Now that our alliance is firmly established, could you please transport large quantities of valuable minerals to our ship?
No.
Would you supply us with certain specific bits of information?
Certainly. About what?
What can you tell me about the Ur-Quan hierarchy?
Since we never wanted to be in the hierarchy, and we are afraid of all the other members, our knowledge on this subject is a bit limited. But I'll tell you what I know. The hierarchy is the construct of the Ur-Quan. It exists to maintain their supreme authority over all the sentient life forms in the galaxy. As far as we know, there are 6 other races active in the hierarchy, including the gelatinous Unga pranksters, the multi-legged, super-violent Ilra, who are fanatical in their worship of Dogar and Kazan, the Tradash, a weak and obnoxious race from the Draconis group of stars, the humanoid clones you call Androsynth, though they have been strangely absent for some years, the vain Vox, commanded by the brilliant and eccentric General Zex, and the mysterious Mycon who ramble endlessly about people, places, and events from long ago as though they happened just today. If there are other hierarchy races, we are not aware of them.
Yes, so there's something else there that we learned earlier about the Androsynth. They were a part of the hierarchy, but the Spathi haven't seen them for quite some time. The Auralu noted that there are no more Androsynths now, only Ors. What do you know about ancient history?
Before the evil ones appeared, we Spathi were a simple folk. We were content with our calm lives, our rude huts, and our coarse-woven turtleneck sweaters. I suppose we could have remained that way for eons, were it not for the sudden arrival of a million voracious monsters from hell. We have never quite figured out where they, the evil ones, came from. The few specimens we collected, who had mostly died of tooth decay from eating sweet, Spathi flesh, were physiologically unlike any other species from Spathiwa. It was as though they had arrived suddenly on the surface of our planet, transported there by some unknown agency. But that is nonsense. Who could be so cruel?
Who would do that to the Spathi? Who could possibly play that kind of prank on them? I don't know if you've noticed, by the way, these other Spathi poking out of these various bits. Do you know anything about the old Alliance races?
You mean the one we helped demolish? That one? Well, we had some contact with Alliance members before the Ur-Quan showed up. Mostly with the Chenjasu, who stopped off here occasionally when they were on their way to explore the galactic core. Actually, their last visit was interesting. They were returning from the Tukane star systems, where they said they had found a new alien race called the Accolade, or something like that. The only other race we ever dealt with was the Melnorme, who once tried to colonize Beta Hercules, which we considered within our sphere of influence. When we explained this to the Melnorme, they politely withdrew from the contested star system and never bothered us again.
We have already met the ZFP, or ZFP, if you prefer. Are you aware of any other alien cultures?
Since we tend to stay close to home, preferably in the living room, we know little about other races beyond our neighbors such as the Unga. Before being subjugated by the Ur-Quan, the Unga were a contented and peaceable race who inhabited the region of stars which you call Orionis. They spent their time happily exploring and mining the nearby planetary systems and engaging in elaborate and, to our way of thinking, cruel practical jokes. One particularly nasty prank was the time they broadcast a trick message through space declaring the arrival of the Grand Master Planet Eaters or some such nonsense. This caused several alien cultures to go mad with panic, including, you might be surprised to know, ourselves.
The Orionis constellation, huh? Do you have any information on the precursors?
Like all other races, we have found evidence of the precursors scattered throughout our space. Our belief is that the precursors are not really gone. They simply came to their senses one day and used their superior technology to invent some kind of perfect invisibility shield and remain alive and happy to this day. We hope to rediscover the secret someday and disappear into similar obscurity. One other thing, we haven't been able to translate much of their writing, but we understand one fragment of text. It mentions a sequence of 10 artificial waste disposal sites they built somewhere around here. I suspect that even garbage from the precursors would be of incredible value.
The Rainbow Worlds.
Good. I don't feel much like talking about that anyway.
Goodbye, council members.
Goodbye, Hunam.
But wait, there's more. Call now for more hot interactions.
What can we, the High Spathi ruling council, do for you?
Any other developments?
Yes, and the news is not good. As you know, Androsynth space borders our own, and while we never really liked the Androsynth, it seemed that they weren't out to kill us, as everyone else seems to be. Imagine our shock when we learned that they had been invaded and eaten by those fishfolk, the Urs. Well, actually, we don't know if the Urs ate anybody, but we're sure they did something creepy. I sure hope that you're not considering an alliance with them, Captain. They are dangerous.
You think many things are dangerous, Spathi. That said, there we go. Another confirmation. Androsynth are gone. And in their place are Urs.
Goodbye, Hunam.
Well, there's even more interactions to do. I meant to hit one of those eluders.
Hello, Captain Ally Hunam. We are here in this place at this time just like you. How wonderful.
They eluded me. Hi, folks, what's new?
Very little, I'm afraid. We've just been watching the stars. You know, actually, there was something that happened the last month on the 17th. We saw a new star appear between the Sursini and Chandrasekhar star clusters. We watched it and watched it for 3 days. We just watched it. Then it went away, vanished just like that. I hope it comes back.
There's separate confirmation about the naturally occurring portal between hyperspace and quasi-space, if you had not noticed it on the star map, or purchased information from the Melnorme. Please share your mineral wealth with us as allies.
As you wish. Our waste recycling unit is at your disposal. There you will find quantities of methane, sulfurous gas, and some interesting organic compounds. Feel free, take all you want.
What do you guys do for fun out here in deep space?
We used to be bored, but then we bought this cool entertainment product. It simulated a grand adventure through 1,000 parsecs of hostile space, where we met interesting aliens, uncovered the secrets of a long-lost superior race, and eventually, to save our world from destruction, we had to face the dragon! Never mind, I can tell you aren't really interested.
Allies, grant us the boon of your wisdom.
Stuck as we are, here out in deep space, we learn little of interest. I suggest you consult the more interesting folk at Spathi.
Goodbye, friend Spathi. I hope your journey is a safe one.
Same to you.
Back to the moon.
Hello, Captain. What brings you here today?
Have there been any developments of significance?
I guess we forgot to tell you this a while ago. Sorry. But we've been so busy lately working on the preparations for returning to Spathi that I'm afraid it just slipped my mind. Okay, that's all. Hey, I gave you an apology. What more do you want? Oh, right. The thing I forgot. Yes, I remember now. It was something odd that happened to us when we first met the Ur-Quan. We sent out a ship to meet the oncoming dreadnoughts. We wanted to tell the Ur-Quan about the evil ones so they could safely avoid our planet. But when we got close, the Ur-Quan started blasting out this overwhelming signal. Sentient life, we are the Ur-Quan. Independence is intolerable. Blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. Anyway, in a moment of panicked genius, the captain blurted out, "Hold! What you are doing to us is wrong! Why do you do this thing?" To everyone's amazement, the Ur-Quan fleet stopped dead in space. The Ur-Quan fixed a tight communication beam on the ship, and the creature spoke a long while and with great passion, almost as though it were intoning a high ritual. The words he spoke were of planet-shaking significance. At least, we assume so. We can't really be sure because all of the Spathi on board at the time were curled tightly in their shell cases and couldn't hear very well. Maybe if you get the opportunity, Captain, you can try to ask the question again.
Yes, not the first time that has come up in this playthrough. Goodbye, council members.
Goodbye, Hunam. Ah, Hunam, I was just wondering, is Tophaeus still alive? Have you seen him? Is he well? He was sent to your Earth starbase a while ago to captain an eluder vessel as part of our mutual assistance pact. Rest assured, he will be an excellent addition to your elite force. Those weeks of intense training always result in an officer of the highest caliber. If you see him, please let him know that I still consider his debt valid and expect prompt payment. Thank you.
You're welcome. What's new?
Very little, I'm afraid. We've just been watching the stars. You know, actually, there was some last month on the 17th.
Yeah, we've heard that. Boon of wisdom?
But as we...
Alright, same repeat.
We used to be...
And same repeat.
Same to you.
Nothing new in our interactions there. We'll visit the High Council one more time. One more time.
Hello, Captain. What brings you here today?
Any developments?
Development? What development? Whatever are you talking about, Captain? Are you implying we are up to something? That we have some kind of secret plan? How wrong you are, Captain! Our feelings are injured by your unwarranted accusation. Apologies would be appropriate at this time.
Hey, are you up to something fishy?
Fishy? Fishy? What is this, fishy? No, nothing fishy here. Totally fishless. There. Now that that's resolved, is there anything else you would like to talk about, Captain?
Goodbye, council members.
Goodbye, Hunam.
Alright, looking at video length here, I do want to head back to Seoul, so we'll pencil that in this episode. Don't see why not. 18 fuel and a dream. Let's go.
Do not fear. We shall not harm you.
Transmit destruct sequence.
Engage in self-destruction circuitry.
Yeah, do not fear, we shall not harm you. Give me the 550 resource units. Thanks. Dicks. Squints at bottom left corner. Obviously, we can't reach Seoul with our current fuel. Unless... Quasi-portal. Alright. Star map. This should be the one we want. I let the autopilot pivot me, man. I figured it could take care of it. And it did. And here we are. We're not perfectly adjacent to Seoul, but we are well within reach. 5.5 fuel units. And yes, I don't think I can hide it anymore. The Bakunk are very much on the move. Speaking of clocks, a clock has now started, thanks to our Alliance of the Zokfot pick, and another clock has started thanks to our Alliance overlordship, the Spathi. Anyway, we're gonna go to Alpha Centauri. There's definitely other stuff to do in this episode. First thing I need to do is check, can I reach Seoul? I cannot reach Seoul. Alright, cool. It's worth knowing. Now I gotta find the Melnorme that are somewhere around here. They're somewhere in the star, hanging out at one of the planets. Just gotta spend my time looking around for them, you know? They're here. I'm gonna choose to skip that one. We're gonna go over here. That's a no. Melnorme, there you are. Hey!
I had itchy pods this morning, Captain, and here you are. Now, what can we do for you today?
I have some items I would like to sell, Trademaster.
What would you like to sell, Captain?
I wish to sell you Rainbow World locations.
Your ship's log indicates that you discovered the whereabouts of one of the rainbow worlds which so fascinate us. In exchange, we will give you 500 credits. What would you like to sell, Captain?
I have some data on alien life forms.
The 398 units of biological data we downloaded from your ship earn you 796 credits.
Yeah! A rich!
What trade items would you like to buy today?
I am interested in purchasing new technology.
The technology we are now offering includes details on how to add point defense laser defense systems to your flagship.
We'll buy it.
These little babies are great for defense, but because of their limited range, they may not make a good offensive weapon. However, the more you build for your vessel, the more damage each laser strike will do. The technology we are now offering includes plans for building improvements to your planet landers, which make them resistant to hostile alien life forms.
Sounds delightful. A few of our crew have been nommed.
Our reinforcement procedures on your landers are complete. Now, provided your crew will stop putting their hands out of the windows, they will be much better protected against hostile life forms. The technology we are now offering includes blueprints, which show how to increase your lander's cargo space to double its present volume.
That's right, instead of 50 units, we can carry 100 units. Absolutely.
I hope this makes your resource gathering more cost-effective, Captain. The technology we are now offering includes blueprints which show how to add double-capacity fuel tanks.
I want those.
We hope that these improved tanks will make more module slots available on your flagship, which you can fill with other more useful equipment. The technology we are now offering includes plans for improving the rate of fire on your lander's stun ray bolt beamer gun.
Give me all the DACA.
After some wild game, Well, the changes we made should really...
Say that again.
After some wild game, Well, the changes we made should really make a difference. Unless, of course, that wiring went in backwards. In which case you won't be able to shoot at all, or take off for that matter. Don't worry, Captain. We stand behind our work. If something goes wrong, just bring it back to us and we'll fix it pronto. The technology we are now offering includes details for building modifications to your planet landers, which make them resistant to earthquakes.
Yeah. Hand it here.
With the addition of these safety belts and heavy-duty shock absorbers, your lander occupants should be much safer when an untimely earthquake strikes. The job is complete. Your landers are ready. The technology we are now offering includes plans for adding auto-tracking modules, which improve the aim of all your weapons.
Sure, we'll eventually have those on the flagship.
You are preparing for a mighty battle, eh? Well, let me give you some advice. You should consider using multiple tracking modules, since this will greatly improve your aim. However, never add more than 3 to your ship. Any more would be useless. Also, be aware that tracking modules use significant amounts of energy, and you will want to add dynamo modules to your ship to keep your firing rate up to snuff. The technology we are now offering includes plans for adding improvements to your planet landers, which make them resistant to inclement planet weather.
Like lightning.
A little superconductive spray paint, and presto. Your lander can sustain a direct hit by a lightning bolt without crisping the passengers inside. Usually. Since the job is so easy that a nymph could do it, I expect all your landers will be treated in less than an hour. The technology we are now offering is everything you need to know to assemble modifications to your planet landers, which make them resistant to planetary hotspots.
Alas, we cannot grab this one.
What else would you like to buy?
Fuel.
As you know, we carry a large supply of fuel on board, which is compatible with your engine system. We will be happy to sell the substance to you at a cost of 1 credit per fuel unit. How much fuel do you wish to purchase?
We'll make it 5.
Fuel transferred to your vessel. How much fuel do you wish to purchase?
That way, you know, we got some wiggle room, and I don't just have to buy 1 and then 1. I'm done.
Would you like to purchase anything else?
Nah, I'm good.
It has been a pleasure dealing with you, Captain. We look forward to your next visit.
So, the planet lander improvements for resistance to lightning, earthquakes, fire, hostile alien life forms, they're not a guaranteed, like, 100% protection. It's not conveyed in-game, to my knowledge, to my memory, to my recollection, how much that protection is. Oh my god, get me out of here! Stop it! I think whenever you're hit by a hazard, there's a 5%, 10% chance, somewhere around there, that you will lose the crew. As opposed to a 100% chance. We'll make it back home before Christmas, although Unzavolt is our home. And the crew, well, we can review that once we're at the starbase, yeah? There it is. Hayes is gonna have so much shit to say to us.
I am at your disposal, Captain. Before we proceed, I wanted you to know, Captain, a delegation of Spathi has just arrived here under orders from their High Council to form an alliance and assist you against the hierarchy. They have provided fabricator blueprint data for their eluder spacecraft and promise a steady supply of captains for as many ships as we build. Excellent work, Captain. Also, it would appear your diplomatic efforts have struck gold, Captain. We've been contacted by a race called the Zok-Fot-Pik, who wish to fulfill their part of the unification, something you have arranged with them, I gather. They have sent us specifications for the Stinger-class attack vessels, as well as a large number of Zok-Fot-Pik commanding officers. You're doing a fine job, Captain. Also, good news, Captain. With no announcement, a small fleet of Arilu Lalile popped into space adjacent to our starbase, scaring the hell out of the deep raider operator. But right now, I could kiss every one of those pale little weirdos because they gave us 3 skip vessels. Also, we've detected a minute but measurable disturbance in the inner space fabric, an approximate true space coordinate 100 by 50. Our scientists speculate that this disturbance may be caused by many thousands of hyperwarp penetrations, all in phase, as though a huge fleet of ships were on the move.
Now, if we hadn't met the Melnorme yet, Hayes would say something about that. The Melnorme came in, come meet him at Alpha Centauri. If we still didn't go meet the Melnorme, they'd come by again, and Hayes would be like, hey, the Melnorme came by again, and you can find them in any supergiant star. If we hadn't, done anything about the probes, Hayes would be, hey, these probes, a little concerned about them. I forget exactly, how long those clocks are, but that would be running in the background. That would queue up if you had never run into the Melnorme or the probes before. Commander, I have minerals to offload. Boy, do I have minerals to offload.
A fine job, Captain.
We're rich! Can your scientists analyze what I've acquired since my last visit?
The analysis reads as follows. Subject, quasi-space portal spawner. Data, device is a hybrid of different alien technologies including Arilu and Ur-Quan elements. Our tests show that this device temporarily creates a weakness in the fabric between hyperspace and a different unidentified dimension. The energy cost for this process is extreme, and since the unit's power supply is self-contained, we cannot estimate how long it will remain functional. Summary: use of this device will permit a starship to make transit to a different dimension. The hazards and benefits of this process are impossible to gauge without field study. The next entry in the analysis is subject Slilandro probe destruct code sequence. Data. This is a complex sequence of program instructions using an encryption sequence similar in some ways to the rolling Fung algorithm.
What?
Summary, when a Slilandro probe approaches, open a hailing frequency, wait for a response, and then transmit the code. That's the end of our scientist's report.
And we get paid for it, too. Delightful. Goodbye, Commander.
Farewell, Captain.
Yeah. Anyway, I left the room in my fleet, because I knew I'd be picking up 3 skiff when I returned. Boy, 49, we came back with 79. We're certainly missing a few. Earth will have to replenish those. As for modules, let's take a look at those. We have high efficiency fuel systems. We got dynamo units, tracking systems, point defenses. I come over here. We have our fusion blasters that we can get now, too. So many options. So many options. Our planet lander upgrades showing over here. We're just missing the temperature one. I'll leave you all here. What a lengthy video this has been. Future Grimith has work to do with configuring the Starluck and staffing our vessels, which we have options now. We really do have options. Not just the Earthling Cruiser, we can get ourselves a Spathi Eluder for 1,800, the Zokfot Singer for 600. Those are the ends of our options. But hey, at least we have options. Whew. Take care, everyone. Talk to you all in future expeditions. This Odyssey is at an end. More await us, but perhaps not as long.